The following program is intended to educate and inform. We discuss cannabis being used as medicine, the culture, science, and controversy of cannabis and cannabis laws. We do not advocate any illegal activity. Moth Networks and their associates do not claim to be lawyers or doctors, nor do they represent themselves as such. All their comments and views are of their own personal opinion and personal experiences. Opinions and claims made by the guests and advertisers on Moth Networks are their own, and all parties agree to the Moth Network use and policy agreement. Moth Network and Moth Network associates cannot be held legally responsible for the statements of the host or of their guests. We encourage all listeners to learn their constitution, to assert their rights, acknowledge their duties, and know their individual state laws.
Watching people drive by, T-Mac on the radio. Got so much on your mind, nothing's really going right. Looking for a ray of hope. Whatever it is you may be going through, I know he's not gonna let it get the best of you. You're an overcomer.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Kimberly Matteo, and I am a nationally certified naturopathic doctor, master herbalist, nutritionist, kinesiologist, reflexologist, homeopath, and a natural healer. I've been in this field of work since 1977. I'd like to welcome and thank the listeners for tuning in to Kingdom of Health. I hope my program will help you to overcome any health challenges that you're dealing with. For those seeking sage advice, I know the information that I share will make a difference in your life and the lives of those you are helping down the wellness path. One thing I always want people to remember, everyone has someone that loves them. When we help someone get well, we not only help them in their healing, but we heal a whole family. I want you to know that at some point in the show here, we're going to have listeners be able to call in, and you might want to make a note of this telephone number now. It is 626-709-6637. And my website is kingdomofhealing.com. And my email for any questions regarding anything that I talk about today is kingdomofhealing for you, and that is the number 4 and the letter U at yahoo.com. I wanted to start this first show with taking it to the beginning, to our foundation. And we all know someone who's sick. And my main mentor and friend, Dr. Bernard Jensen, would always say that everyone was looking for a better doctor, and he was always looking for a better patient. We need to have those who listen to the information and the guidance that we offer and start applying that to their life. You do need to take a look at what is in your kitchen cabinets. You need to look at what's in your refrigerator. You need to look at what you're drinking. You know, we need to quit breaking down tissue. Modern medicine, or the medical care as we know it, isn't really health care. It focuses on symptom management and disease treatment. Most people believe there is a pill or a cure for whatever they end up ultimately developing. People have this idea carried over when they start taking nutritional supplements. Herbs do not work as quickly as prescription drugs, but they do not have the side effects. There are nutraceutical products out there that do work very quickly, and a nutraceutical, the difference between a nutraceutical product and a pharmaceutical product is that a nutraceutical product isolates the active properties from a specific herb, and then it is built around other herbs. And with this, you get a concentration of nutrition and herbs that are targeted to specific areas that you may need to support in order to help that organ rebuild itself. You have to work at your health. You earn your health. You need to quit breaking it down with an acidic diet. When we start adding higher alkaline foods into our diet, we bring the system up out of an acid condition. I want to share with you today about the foundation, the root cause, the terrain of our body. When the terrain is out of balance and it is too high acidic, we end up with inflammations and allergies, congestion. This is where cancer, heart disease can develop. We have a problem in the United States where we have almost 50 children a day that are diagnosed with cancer, and we have an average of 7 children a day that die. We need to take control of what we have the ability to control. There are things that are out of our control. Our air, for instance. We have so many unseen toxins that are in the air that just going out and breathing the air can throw our body into an acid environment. In 1977, or actually 1976, when I was pregnant with my second child, in early 1977, when he was born, he had a multitude of problems. He had a massive stroke in utero and was not expected to live to be 6 months old. When I met with a genetic specialist, he shared with me that in 1960, the birth defect rate in the United States was 1 in 1,000. In 1977, the year that my son was born, it was then 1 in 25. In 1985, when I consulted with a genetic specialist when I was pregnant with my third child, that statistic had gone to 1 in 4. One of the things that the genetic specialist had said in 1977 was that in 1976, that summer, we had a high fallout level from Hiroshima that was in the atmosphere over the United States. And I remember thinking, Hiroshima? I mean, how long ago was that? And this is still in the atmosphere? We need to understand that, you know, the earth has a big bubble that surrounds it, you know, the sound barrier. Within that is all of these toxins from bombs that have been detonated over the years, all of the chemical, everything from these power plants and processing plants, fuel, petroleum processing plants, just the carbon footprint that is going on. This does affect our atmosphere, and it affects the atmosphere around the world. With talking to you about the terrain and getting that into balance, this is going to be the easiest way for you to start the foundation of rebuilding your health. And we need to remember that most states have laws in place that if your child develops a degenerative chronic illness, that they won't give you the opportunity to choose an alternative route for their treatment. States will step in, the medical doctors can step in and have a judge order that, say for instance, that your child follow through with a chemotherapy program. And so we've got to start at home. Your kitchen is the greatest force of health that you have in your home. And taking a look at what you have in your cabinets, pantries, refrigerator, these need to be replaced with foods that build health and not tear health down. Disease doesn't live on healthy tissue. It lives in the absence of oxygen in the cells, and that is called an anaerobic state. This is an acidic pH level in the body that causes this. These need to be replaced with foods that build health. When we have the body out of balance and in an acidic state, one of the problems that develops eventually with tearing down the health is that at an acid level of 5.0 pH, the body cannot absorb and uptake into the tissue, for instance, iodine, germanium, copper, zinc. You know, look at the thyroid problems that people have with iodine uptake. Zinc, look at all of the immune system problems. Chromium, we have so many blood sugar problems. Iron, we have lack of energy. People just don't have the stamina that they had before. It also affects the absorption of vitamin A, the B complex, vitamin E, vitamin K. Vitamin K is used to help with blood coagulation. Sulfur. Sulfur is needed for the immune system. Potassium. Look at the heart problems. Calcium. Look at all of the bone, the ligament problems that people have. Sodium imbalance. Magnesium. Magnesium is our relaxant. Look at all of the anxiety that people are dealing with today, and it's a lack of magnesium. But it doesn't do any good to take magnesium if you've got a pH of 5.0 in your body. You can take that all day long. You will not be able to absorb that into your system. 5.5 pH, we're still dealing with the same problems. 6.0, we're still dealing with the same amount of minerals and trace minerals that cannot be absorbed. We need to get the pH of the body to at least 7.0. And at that point of 7.0, we're able to uptake the iodine, germanium, copper, zinc, manganese, and the iron. And at 7.7, we're able to uptake all of that, the iodine and germanium, zinc, chromium, manganese, iron. But we're also able to finally then utilize vitamin A, B complex, vitamin E, vitamin K, potassium, calcium, sodium, magnesium, hydrogen, lithium. Lithium is a trace mineral, and it has a lot to do with depression. Years ago, the doctors would prescribe lithium, which was a synthetic form that was toxic, for people who were manic depressants at that time, and now we call that disorder bipolar. And you can see that if we're running in an acid environment, look at all the nutrients that cannot be absorbed. If we cannot absorb those nutrients, we cannot feed the tissue. We don't have the vital energy that is needed to replicate new tissue in the body. With it at 8.0 and 8.5 pH, which is that is the alkaline, higher alkaline, we're able to absorb all of the nutrients that we're taking in. One of the things that you're able to do is you can go to like a local drugstore, Walgreens or wherever, and you can pick up the urine pH strips. And first thing in the morning, you can pass that through a stream of urine, and it will give you what your pH level is. If your pH is coming in at 5.0 to 6.5, your body is very acidic. And with this acidosis zone, you have degenerative disease going on in the body. One of the things is that you can go to your doctor and continue to complain about how you're feeling, but they're not able to diagnose anything until you're about 80% into that disease path. And at that point, then they are able to diagnose, and it kind of comes together that, oh, okay, well, this is the diagnosis, and you have been complaining about these symptoms for so long, and this is what you're dealing with now. If you get to 6.5, you're at moderate acidosis, and you are at very high risk of contracting degenerative diseases. You know, our body in one person's lifetime will go through at least 4 to 6 times of dealing with abnormal cells in their body. This is normal. If at that certain point you have a doctor diagnose that, then they'll diagnose you with a cancer. It is our immune system. Every day we have trillions of cells that die off. And it has to do with the condition and the health of your immune system that is able to identify the abnormal cells and for your immune system to take care of it. It's only when your system is so beaten down with a lack of nutrients over the years that this disease crisis, one moment please. We need to go to break. One moment, please. and for your immune system to take care of it.
I just graduated from Cannabis University.
Ooh, a university man.
I learned all about the law.
Oh, bad boy.
And I learned how to grow my own medicine all in one day.
Oh, dang.
I learned other things.
Cannabis University.
Call 303-886-7998 or go to CannabisUniversityInc.com.
Graduated from Cannabis University.
Ooh, a university man.
I learned all about the law.
Oh, bad.
Okay, so
Okay.
you'll say that when you come back, commercial, and when you're about ready to go.
So how often do we do
Every
I know every part you cross to somebody with you. Of the many that are called, only chosen is a few. Of the real friends that serve you long.
They're very well. Maybe I'll kind of fish it this way, so that when we're getting ready to, you kind of go like, yeah.
Acquaintances will fade. Your real friend won't do you wrong. Real friend don't change.
Only talking with winners, a loser, a truth. Got numbers, still they think they real, but they ain't really awfully bitter. Salty niggas hate the smarter ones. These are the doubters who shout about my run. I barely made out the slums. My value high cause I do more than rap about a gun. I made money for niggas that never looking out for none. I help millionaires get to that very position. So real millionaires, see that still look at statistics. Real millionaires, and I ain't talking ghetto riches, terrible business. You mistreated niggas, heard your folks bleed in prison. You ain't cheating, if you was, I don't recall. Who would roll with y'all? Bunch of fucking know-it-alls, dope is small. Look when it's come to our reports, good no more. We was good before, till I saw what type of dude took me for. We had a chance to take it down, what I took it for. Because I hate trade, opportunity wasted.
Yeah.
Your real friend won't run in war, no care what the cost is. Your real friends are in for all the wins and the losses. For real, no question at all, I'm ready for rise the tallest. Take it to the enemies, all for one and one for all. Real friends will hear you out, no secret.
Is it steaming okay?
Real friends don't sell you out, no bargain pleading. For real, always looking out the bill. When outside a judge, your real friend won't hide you out. No, your real friends will serve you out.
Oh, cool.
When all is finished, your real friend won't do you wrong. Real friend don't change.
Made laughter from backstabbers turn to tears after. I wish you no snake shall slip the path. Keep your vision clear, cause only the coward is clear. My sound is got all the real powerful niggas here. Real men, we have a code of ethics. No question, no jealousy, no feminine tendencies. We expect it. No lies, no phony logic, no counting your homie pocket. Spend no expense, no legal defense, your homie locked up. Keeping tabs on who was the last to let out. Self-centered as a character flaw. No holding out, no what happens to honor. You're dealing with sensitivity and Madonna drama. Tell my love about those who side.
Is that like always archived, or is there a place that so they can? Oh, 20-minute talk, 20-minute music. Okay. All right.
That way, breaks the segments down in 3 hours.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So when I'll come back on, I'll tell them who I am and show and what they're listening to. I'm off 22.9, whatever, all that. Alrighty.
in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, thank you so much. Good night.
All I do is stay focused, looking straight forward at the world and beyond. I feel people pulling me down. I feel some pulling me up. I can't get stuck. I just keep moving forward. I got places to go, man. Let's go.
When the Yamakitians start get trained, a lot of weak heart are weeping more. Only the strong will continue. Do you have it in you? 'Cause we've got a journey to go. And when the battle get sour and dread, a lot of weak heart are with the end moan. Only the strong will continue. I know you have it in you. I know you have it in you. Hey, the victory is found in truth, like innocence found in youth. Self-defeat is your own dispute, and when you put yourself in your own shoes, it's either you're winning or losing. Don't you get it confused, 'cause you're starring in your own movie, playing out the role you choose. So stand up and fight if you know say you're right, and know you will never fail. Tipping the scale and the wind shall prevail, and the boat shall forever sail. Hey, there ain't no stopping or cruising, even when we're battered and bruised. Outrun all the sprinters and Mount Olympus, my God, tougher than Zeus. Yamakitians start get trained. I get up and make it happen. A lot of weak heart are weeping more. I get up and we get it crack. The strong will continue. Do you have it in you? 'Cause we've got a journey to go. And when the battle get sour and dread, I get up and I get it going.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, New York to Cali, for the money, power, respect is a journey. Some will get left behind, 'cause in life, you cannot press rewind. Get it right, you only have one first chance to make one first impression that lasts a lifetime. Reputation supersedes itself. Do you believe in hell? Babylon, greed for wealth. Do you deceive yourself and let your ego swell? And disregard those who most need your help. Thick skin, the dark won't take my soul. Survive spiritual wars, see my wealth in the evil's felt, but the faith is stronger. I saw grown men fall when I was a youngster, but I clenched my fist, ready to go against whoever tied my Timbs and rise in the end.
Start get trained. I get up and make it happen. A lot of weak heart are weeping more. I get up and we get it crack. The strong will continue. Do you have it in you? 'Cause we've got a journey to go. And when the battle get sour and dread, I get up and I get it going. A lot of weak heart are with the end more. We get up and we keep it flowing. The strong will continue. I know you have it in you. I know you have it in you. No man live forever, but never say never. Every goodie want better. Just be a go-getter and always be clever in every endeavor. Got drastic time, got for drastic measure. You better try to pleasure from your navel string sever. The land and the treasure. Work for whatever, just say don't be a beggar. The Alpha Omega, we bless every soul, no matter which day in the prepper. The immortal stepper, we live in every skin, no matter which color leather. We never let we don't care which kind of weather. You're destined to rise like the son of Rebecca. Don't stop for a second, every man reckon. It sure would be good to be there. But I say an Mecca when the gates are finally closed and the saints go marching in. Yamakitians start get trained. I get up and make it happen. A lot of weak heart are weeping more. I get up and we get it crack. The strong will continue. Do you have it in you? 'Cause we've got a journey to go. And when the battle get sour and dread, I get up and I get it going. A lot of weak heart are with the end more. We get up and we keep it flowing. The strong will continue.
lifer, always harassed by the C ciphers. Chief like Geronimo with his peace pipe. I emerged from the street life. This for the homies who relate, know what it be like. My QB life, taking a turn to the Louis the 13th life. Twisted and mangled, sorta like Bruce Lee life. Cursed with his son Brandon. If that's you and me night, I pray our fate's greater. I speak life, I still matter as a rapper, not doubting. Even Tony Braxton's trying to deal with Craig Cowman. How in the hell am I supposed to stay comfy when I pay child support alimony monthly? Got Maseratis and Ferraris, only like a woman who's a rider, but only hoes want me. Single life crazy, niggas wives on me. I say stay faithful, they say they man corny. So I'm stuck with some married women so far, cheating while they husband rushing on the 40-yard line. Wonder if this is what my ex did the whole time. Good niggas seem to always end up with some hard times. Hope not, if a pimp slipping in the whole plot. Ain't nothing to a G in a two-tone drop, kid, and it don't stop. See a nigga disappearing with the baddest honeys in the whole spot, yeah.
Hi, welcome back. You're listening to 710 Radio, Moth 22.9, Denver, Colorado. And this is Kimberly Matteo, and I want to thank you for listening to Kingdom of Healing, and today is our first show. And I'd like to pick up where I left off before commercial break. I want to go back to the urine pH zones. And like I said, you can go to any drugstore and purchase a box of the pH test strips. So going through that again, if you wake up in the morning and the very first urine comes in at a 5.0 to 6.0, that is extremely acidic. And urine that is in this pH zone does tell you that the terrain of your body is severely lacking nutrients, and you are in a high acid condition because of this, and that you have degenerative diseases that now have opportunity in your body. If you come in at the range of 6.0 to 6.5, you are at risk of contracting degenerative diseases. The optimal zone that you want to be in would be 6.5 to 7.5. And with this, your system is uptaking all of its nutrients from juicing and foods, and you're enjoying good health. You can even get your body too far alkaline. That is not good either. And if it would test into the 8.0 to 8.5, that's not a good level. You would have to add a little certain amount of acidic foods that would help to bring you into balance. Ideally, we want to be 80% alkaline and 20% acid. And with that percentage, we are able to keep our bloodstream in perfect pH balance as well. And we can bring our body up out of the acid conditions by one way is juicing. And juicing is amazing by breaking everything down. The digestive system doesn't have to go through much work at all. All it has to do is just absorbs it. It's already broken down. So we find that some of the highest alkaline foods, let's see here, we've got the high-level alkaline foods is lemons. Lemons may be acidic in their natural state, but when you take them into the body, they become alkaline. So one of the best things that we can do is when we get up in the morning, have a couple cups of hot alkaline water and the juice of one lemon per cup, and drink that first thing in the morning. That has a cleansing effect on the esophagus. It cleans out the palate, cleans the esophagus, gets into the small intestines, when it goes through the liver, it's a wonderful way to take care of congestion and anything that is stagnant going on in the body, and cleansing that out and kind of waking everything up. So one thing that I love is juicing, and certainly everything needs to be certified organic. If you were to juice the juice foods that have been crop dusted, then you're concentrating chemicals into what you're juicing. So it's very important that everything be organic, certified organic. I like to start with a pineapple as the base, and as opposed to apple, although apples are good. I prefer the pineapple. There's bromelain in that helps with the joints. It helps with digestion. You can add a little ginger into that, and what ginger does is it will stimulate hydrochloric acid to flow from the wall of the stomach, so that it helps to digest down possibly any undigested proteins that have been left behind in the stomach, since animal proteins take numerous hours to digest out of the stomach and pass through the digestive tract. So I use a pineapple as a base, then add some ginger, and then those come into the high alkaline foods, and the highest level of alkaline foods. And then I throw in like a handful of organic spinach and a handful of the organic field greens. Then if you want, you can add like maybe three or four leaves of kale. And be careful with kale. Don't put too much in it, or you'll be using it as a compost outside for maybe one of your plants or bushes that are struggling. High nutrients, but not palatable. Blend that up. Drink 10-12 ounces of that. If you have to, twice a day, if you're recovering from chronic illness. And this is something that helps to start working on bringing you up out of that acidic condition, the pH acid levels in the body, and get you up into the 6.5 to 7.5 range, and where optimally that's where you want to be, 6.5 to 7.5. And some of the foods, more alkaline foods, and this is something where I would kind of jot them down, and they're things to have on hand, and certainly with the children. You know, it's summertime. There's things that you can juice some pineapple and add that with some sliced kiwis. That is, kiwis are on the list of extremely high alkaline food. And throw some blueberries in there, in whole. Maybe some sliced pears or some sliced peaches, strawberries if they're not allergic to them, and fill these up into little cups and pour the pineapple juice over it, and stick a stick down through the center of that and put it in the freezer, and there you've got an organic popsicle for the children, and full of antioxidants, full of nutrition. Instead of handing them over a high fructose corn syrup popsicle that's genetically modified corn, artificial colorings, artificial flavorings. We've known for decades that blue and red dye have had big reactions with children who are ADD, attention deficit problems, and autistic children. And there's just almost an immediate reaction with their behavior. And now we've found out, it's recently been in the news, that yellow dye 12 is far more toxic than red and blue put together. So you think about all the central nervous system disorders that just seem to be very commonplace nowadays. And we've got to get back to feeding our bodies and certainly feeding the children much healthier. I see these little containers that children eat that are sectioned off, and the foods in them are absolutely not anything that I've let my children or my grandchildren consume. I would have to be guilty if there's pepperoni that's served in it, because, yeah, they've had pepperoni. But the thing is that you can build these, the children like them, and you can do things that have a little healthy snack or a meal for them on the go to have. And sliced up cucumbers, broccoli spears or broccoli flowers, and there's fruits, the strawberries and mangoes, figs and coconut for a treat. There's a lot of things that can be done and that can help to even bring the health of, noticeably improve the health of your children as well as yourself. The other alkaline foods, I want to go through some of these so that there's so many foods that are very common and probably very easy for your children to want. So I'm just kind of not going to go through every one of them, but I'm going to kind of hit the basics here. Alfalfa, almonds. Certainly all your nuts need to be raw. Almonds, apples, apricots, asparagus, avocados, bananas. Barley grass, I love that when I'm juicing, is putting in some barley grass. Most children will eat their green beans. Beets, most berries, blackberries, Brazil nuts, broccoli. Most children, you can't get them to eat Brussels sprouts, but they're on the list. Cabbage, of course. Cantaloupe, carrots, celery, cherries, cucumbers, dandelion greens. They're very sweet. They're good. They're wonderful in a salad. What else do we have here? There's so many on the list here. Kelp, of course. Salt is acidic, and one thing that I like to use always in my kitchen is the pink Himalayan salt. And the Himalayan salt has 85 natural occurring minerals and trace minerals. So it's certainly something that it's replaced any kind of even sea salt in my house. It's just the Himalayan salt, and I cook and bake with that as well. Pears are also on the list. Plums, pomegranates. Let's see here. Spinach. We already mentioned strawberries. Swiss chard. Tangerines. Tomatoes. Walnuts. Watermelon. Children love watermelon. Zucchini. These are foods that, if they're just so common, and you just need to have them plentiful in your refrigerator, and start encouraging everyone to instead of wanting a cookie or something, they want to grab tomatoes. They want to grab food that's healthy. The other thing I want to talk about here is bottled water. These are foods that okay, bottled water, as well as these energy drinks. And I'm not going to name any names. I can just tell you that when all of these waters are tested, their pH levels, bottled waters consistently come into a pH balance of 4. Well, 4 pH balance is when our terrain at that pH is in severe chronic disease or cancer. So why would we want to continue drinking something that by drinking that we're going to keep our body in a pH of 4, or at least keep it pulled into the negative pH zone, into the acid zone, where we have the opportunity then for infections, viruses, a disease opportunity. If we're exposed to something specific, it's easier for us to catch it, to catch cold, catch the flu. And so the bottled waters come in at about 4, and these energy drinks come in around 2. Disease opportunity. Excuse me. Yeah, they come in at 2. So that is that's really bad, and they're not something that improve your health. The best kind of water that you can take in is alkaline water. And if you have any questions about that, you're certainly welcome to email me at Kingdom of Healing for You, which is the number 4 and the letter U, at yahoo.com, Kingdom of Healing for You at yahoo.com. And I'll be happy to send you back that information. And if you're interested in purchasing something like that, every household should have one, and the portable units, so you can take them when you're traveling with you and keep your water alkaline. So you can email me. The cost of that unit is under $900, and I've compared it with everything out there, and it compares beautifully to the one that is the most expensive one in the industry, which is about $3,900. So this is quite a savings, and it's a great product. It's what I use and what I recommend for people that want good health. And we have so much consumption of water. It's time that one of these units is very cost effective, and you don't have the problem of the waste of the bottles, and having to ultimately end up in a landfill. So, like I said, you can email me at Kingdom of Healing for You at yahoo.com, and I'll be happy to give you that information. Another thing is all of our the sodas. All colas come in at 2.3. Most sodas come in at 3. So you can see how negative that is on the body. Everything on the list, they are from 5.5 down to 2.3. These are all common things that are being purchased every day for water or carbonated water or fancy water. Okay, it's already time now to take another break. Okay, we're coming up on that. So I want to just talk about some of the things that we need to do as continue on this talk about what we need to do as far as terrain. We're getting ready to go into break, and I want you to think about this. We realize how many times people that are so sick have such a problem with their teeth. And when people are sick, their pH is in that 5.5 range or lower. 3.5 and you're dead. A pH of 3.5 and you're not alive. So, but tooth enamel. Tooth enamel starts dissolving when our pH is at 5.5. So when you stop and think about how many people are really sick and how much trouble they have with their teeth and their bones, So when you get into an acid condition like this, it will break down and dissolve that is supposed to be the hardest in our body, which is our bone structure. So we're ready to go to commercial, and you're listening to 710 Radio, Moth 22.9, Denver, Colorado. And we'll see you in about 20 minutes.
I just graduated from Cannabis University. I just graduated from Cannabis University.
Ooh, a university man.
I learned all about the law.
Oh, you bad boy.
And I learned how to grow my own medicine all in one day.
All day.
I learned other things too.
Cannabis University, teach me.
Call 303-886-7998 or go to CannabisUniversityInc.com.
You got to make it better. For the youths, them future, no, we can't sit and go on like when I say something kind of go wrong still. And we don't talk it out before. The truth to the flame. To the world. Again. You feel like a bad man, keep it to yourself. Don't bring it to Jamaican, keep it to yourself. We no want that a jam rock, keep it to yourself. We can't take no more slackness. You can change the laws of man, but you can't change the laws of God. So if they're not enough because they're glad. And if you change, I go see man, they mad. Somebody tell me what is happening. I don't want no fish in me idol dish to see my son become a father. I'm a greatest wish. The situation kind of very ticklish, but everybody fed up from parish to parish. Yes, and to whom it may concern. I know that the way we want the tables return. As a citizen, we got a lot of concern. The truth is, I know that we want with children them to learn. If you feel like a bad man, keep it to yourself. Now bring it to Jamaican, keep it to yourself. We no want that a jam rock, keep it to yourself. We can't take no more slackness. Hear this, you feel multiply and replenish the earth, and that's why the woman labor in a childbirth. Me now want to see me brother dress up in a no skirt, and me sister not me make that actually for password. As a nation, no matter what we put God first, if we think of 18 is a blessing, not a curse. Lightning and thunder won't make the cloud burst, and just the water from the sugar cane can quench any thirst. To whom it may concern, I know that the way we want the tables return. As a citizen, we got a lot of concern. The truth is, I know that we want with children them to learn. You feel like a bad man, keep it to yourself. Don't bring it to Jamaican, keep it to yourself. We no want that a jam rock, keep it to yourself. We can't take no more slackness. You can change the laws of man, but you can't change the laws of God. So if they're not enough because they're glad. And if you change, I must see man, they mad. Somebody tell me what is happening. I don't want no fish in me idol dish to see my son become a father. I'm a greatest wish. The situation kind of very ticklish, but everybody fed up from parish to parish. Yes, and to whom it may concern. I know that the way we want the tables return. As a citizen, we got a lot of concern. The truth is, I know that we want with children them to learn. If you feel like a bad man, keep it to yourself. Now bring it to Jamaican, keep it to yourself. We no want that a jam rock, keep it to yourself. We can't take no more slackness. Hear this, you feel multiply and replenish the earth, and that's why the woman labor in a childbirth. Me no want to see me brother dress up in a no skirt, and my sister no fi make that actually for password. As a nation, no matter what we put God first. If we think of 18 is a blessing, not a curse. Lightning and thunder won't fi make the cloud burst, and Plus the water from the sugar cane can quench any thirst. To whom it may concern, I know that the way we want the tables return. As a citizen, we got a lot of concern. The truth is, I know that we want with children them to learn. You feel like a Batman, keep it to yourself. Don't bring it to Jamaica, keep it to yourself. We don't want that a jam rock, keep it to yourself. We can't take no more slackness. You can change the laws of man, but you can't change the laws of God. So if they're not enough because they're
Hey, Nameo. Nameo. Hey, Nameo. Nameo. Hey, Nameo. Nameo. Hey, Nameo.
Lord, hey. Despair. Shaka Zulu, Bobo Shanti, Naya, Pinky, Mana, Mama, Warrior. Despair. Hey, fear and desperation, no depression can't carry out. Despair. Hey, Ayatollah, Idi Amin, Menelik, yo, Mana, Masai, Warrior. Despair. Hey, fear and desperation, no depression can't carry out. Despair. Like burning spear and such before me, who all fought for the cause and despair. Hey, enforcing all the laws and
the master, the masses. One has power, the other one lacks it. Guns are power, controlled by assets, owned by financial forecasters. Who are the masters? They are the gangsters, they are the bankers, the ones who tax us. The masses, they are us, the sheep, the people divided in classes. Go off like a Shiite bomb, and all y'all see I'm on my war paint on my face shit, my 9mm on my waist shit. I'm a problem, shoot up your waist shit. Let a few go, then I get low, blazing haze again. The masters, the Wall Street war chiefs, the elitist groups. The masses, they pray to Jesus, saying he will see us through. The masters are the aristocratic, the masses asking the Most High on his way here. I'm trying to stay clear, my mind is my modern day spear.
Hey, I say despair. Shaka Zulu, Bobo Shanti, Mana Gideon, Mana Mama Warrior. Despair. Hey, fear and desperation, no depression can't carry out. Despair. Hey, through the hands of time and cruel men, it has slew more than 1 billion. Despair. Hey, it keep on suppressing the humble man's opinion.
Misled, it is Swiss cheese when the fifth squeeze. Misled, the media misleads, scares you to the point where you missleep. With that said, misled with this Ruger and that shooter, submachine gun better tat through ya. Copper tops, hollow points to do you something bad. Our future is misled. 3 strikes, it's no school when the teacher strikes. This economy, this monopoly, with no job, just own your property. That was back to what come natural. Must survive anyhow you have to. Despair, desperation, but I have no fear when I hold this spear.
Make some boy know some in a smell, cause this beer now big friends. Man I run racket, man I run scheme, man I run race, man I run down bends. Can't trust Sheena, Hina, Weena, I in a contact lens. Man I run from police and I run down well, $10 and now make sense. So, heads up to my defense, all appointed is my preference. Should have been the third, don't know what you heard, get referred by the wrong reference. When this beer start dispense, it a fight on a tier 2 fence. Dismember your members and all level in body must see enough segments. Well, when I run drugs, when I run risk, when all I run out of time and ends. When I run up and down, and I run for them life, and I run down this month rents. Nothing I want a yard and food, they are road, then man have to go touch pavement. This beer was a tool that was used to enslave man and make man servant. Escape from this fear and desperation become more urgent. Mankind need to cleanse and wash out them soul with spiritual detergent. A distant army, a distant relatives controlling the circumference. And any man move with no permission, they're feeling the circumstance of despair. Hey, Shaka Zulu, Bobo Shanti, Mana, hey, Mana Mama Warrior. Despair. Hey, fear of your recession and depression can't carry ya. Despair. Hey, in a city, you them rise it up, disguise as AK-47. Despair. despair. Hey, and anytime them clap it up the whole city level. Despair, like burning spear and such before I, who all fought for the cause and despair. Hey, they can't ignore me, no.
What do you think of Africa?
Africa? Africa? Africa? Just the mention of it. Just the mention of it, man.
like folk music.
time I think of you, I always catch my breath, and I'm still standing here, and you're miles away, and I'm wondering why you left. And there's a storm that's raging through my frozen heart tonight. I hear your name in certain circles, and it always makes me smile. I spend my time thinking about you, and it's almost driving me wild. And there's a heart that's breaking down this long distance line tonight. I ain't missing you at all. Since you've been gone away, I ain't missing you. No matter what I might say, there's a message in the wire, and I'm sending you this signal tonight. You don't know how desperate I've become, and it looks like I'm losing this fight. In your world, I have no meaning, though I'm trying hard to understand. And it's my heart that's breaking
Welcome back. You're listening to 710 Radio, Moth 22.9, Denver, Colorado. This is Kimberly Matteo, Naturopath, and thank you for continuing to listen to Kingdom of Healing. I want to pick up some more on this terrain and what develops when we have a condition going on in the body where disease has an opportunity, and the pH of the body when you get into that condition would be 6.5 and below. So, like I said, you can go by any drugstore and pick up pH test strips and test the urine in the morning. And that will tell you the condition that's going on, and you can bring your body up out of that acid condition by applying alkaline water, looking at high alkaline foods and implementing them into your diet and having them plentiful and around so that if you're needing something to eat or some type of a snack or something, you can grab something that's healthy. When we get into the terrain, the biological terrain of the body, that is the foundation. That is the lymphatic system. It's the blood. It's every cell in the body. And before the show went to commercial, I was talking about death of the body occurs at a pH level of 3.5. 3.5. So, talking a little bit about the juicing and bringing yourself up out of that condition as quickly as possible over the period of a few days, 2 to 3 days. Alkaline water, you can use a pineapple, about a third of a pineapple in I've got a high-powered blender. And about a third of a pineapple, handful of spinach, handful or two of the field green mix, organic, and maybe you can add to that if you want about a half a cup of alkaline water or some almond milk or the coconut water. Works good. But I want to talk about some of the health challenges that develop once we get to a chronic state in the biological terrain of our body. This is where the opportunity for disease to develop. And sometimes things just start out as a runny nose, and you use the medication to stop that flow. That flow of katara, and the Latin word for katara, it means I flow. And we must never stop the flow in the body when it is trying to get rid of an accumulation of something that it cannot use. So we should never stop that flow. It can start with, like I said, with a cold, and you use something to suppress that. Then you end up with a sinus infection. And then you turn around and you take something to take care of the sinus infection, and a prescription of something. Before you know it, we work into a bronchitis condition, or maybe a mild asthma condition. And then you use things for that to take care of those symptoms. So you can see as we develop these problems, we can, just by the method of traditionally what we have been led to believe that we do is in using pharmaceuticals instead of using something natural. These are the things that happen. We build a bigger disease over a period of time. My teacher and mentor, Dr. Bernard Jensen, used to say, it takes 20 years to build a good disease. And usually, 20 years, if we're working from a natural healing standpoint on strengthening, replacement therapy by added nutrients, nutritional supplements added to the diet on a daily basis. By doing this, we work them quickly up into wellness and having each day, every day that is a good day, each day going forward brings them closer and closer to that healing. So some of the other things that develop, cancer, for instance, Candida albicans. That is a fungus infection, and so many times it is systemic. It runs throughout the system. So what we want to do is also to use nutritional supplements that will help to take care of and address the issue with the fungus problem. Sometimes at the base of a lot of diseases, the underlying problem can be a lack of good bacteria in the digestive tract. It then leads to the balance of the good bacteria and the bad bacteria out of balance, and the Candida fungi has the opportunity to continue to grow and spread in a higher level throughout the body. The other thing that has opportunity is parasites. And if we are exposed to parasites, this is the type of condition that parasites like to live in. So we need to clean up the environment so that disease no longer has an opportunity. One of the things that works very well for the bloodstream, for cleansing the bloodstream, Bogota, Colombia, for over 40 years has used Pau d'Arco as one of the main as part of their pharmacia is Pau d'Arco. And it's also called the Tejibo plant, or from the Tejibo tree. And they have used that for taking care of abnormal cell division in the body. It has properties in it that kill parasites, that kill fungus as well. And if we can use things naturally to take care of these types of conditions, the sooner that we get those under control, the sooner we're able to start replacement therapy on feeding and the nutrients that are needed specific to what's going on in the body. Herbs are food, and our herbs, especially when we take herbs in 37 years, I've had a lot of exposure to a lot of different companies, and there is one particular company that I use, and I have people get a hold of me and need guidance on what they need to do for their health challenges. So many times it is a situation where we really don't have time to waste and wonder about some other product I heard about, unless it is something that has a lot of research behind it. I find myself always ending up using one particular company if that particular company, the quality control standards that are set forth are second to no other company in the world. The new laboratory, multi-million-dollar laboratory, it will detect one drop of a toxin in the equivalent of 4 Olympic swimming pools. So those are the herbs I want to take. I want to take that is what I use for myself, my family, my friends, and everyone that calls on me to help guide them. So you can access any of the herbs that I'm talking about through kingdomofhealing.com, and that will bring you to the website. There's also contact information there that you can go to that will tell you how to get a hold of me or to send me an email. And you can send me an email as well at kingdomofhealth4you@yahoo.com, and that's kingdomofhealth number 4, letter U, @yahoo.com. Back to some of the things that take care of these conditions. We also find that looking at Pau d'Arco, it has an extremely high iron level to it. And the purpose of iron in the body, one of the purposes is that it does is it attracts oxygen. And when oxygen is absorbed into the cell, it negates bacteria and viruses that have taken over inside of that cell. So it is an excellent product to use for cleansing as well as building the bloodstream. The other reason that the particular company that I use, the reason that I do is that it comes from South America. And when it is harvested, mahogany trees are harvested around the same time, where they grow around a lot of the mahogany trees. So a lot of times in the harvesting of the Tahibo tree, you can end up with a combination of the Tahibo bark shredded as well as the mahogany shredded. And the only way that you're really going to be able to discern and specifically know the difference if you're taking Padiarco, or are you taking something that you think is Padiarco, but 70% of it is mahogany. Okay, so that's why I use the company that I do, because it is Padiarco. The other thing I want to speak with you about is pawpaw. And pawpaw was researched extensively throughout the 70s. And it is also called the Indiana banana. And the twigs from that are extremely high in the ability of being able to shut down the ATP, the energy-producing part of the cell. And this is where if bacteria or an abnormal cell is taking place, it's that within that cell, it is the ATP that feeds that. So we want to shut that down so that whatever is going on within that cell literally dies, because it no longer has a life force to it. The ATP is shut down. Pawpaw was extensively studied with a lot of money that was donated from a very large organization. And this organization wanted to find out if there were any botanicals that had the ability to take care of abnormal cell development. And once this was discovered and it was brought to them, it is something that they didn't want to do. And so the company that I use the most with my alternative healing all of these years, that company is the only company right now with a patented pawpaw to do specifically what it says it will do. And that is spelled P-A-W-P-A-W. And it can also be found on that site. Another thing that develops with the biological terrain out of balance is the digestive problems. People end up with very acid conditions in their stomach, and a lot of times this does have to do with the proper acid that they need to take place with assimilating their food. And unfortunately what can happen is if you're really low on hydrochloric acid, what ends up happening is food does not get digested properly. And what happens is the longer that the food sits in 98.6 degrees, 98.6 degrees, we end up with a very acidic condition, but it doesn't have to do have to do with hydrochloric acid. It has to do with the putrefaction that takes place from the food deteriorating at 98.6. So when we end up using things to try to take care of this condition in the stomach, it brings it more into actually an acid condition. So once that takes place, it starts to interfere then with the small intestine, which is actually, the small intestine is the body's laboratory. That's where all absorption of nutrients take place and where it's absorbed and gets into every part and every tissue of the body. When we have a problem with the digestive tract, it leads into problems of, constipation or colitis type symptoms, ulcers. It can lead to Crohn's disease. There are a lot of different problems, irritable bowel disease, leaky gut syndrome. All of these must be taken care of, and the digestive tract. The digestive tract has to be in good condition in order to be able to carry on and absorb and rebuild everything in the body. So it's important to get that terrain into balance. Then the next thing to look at is getting the digestive tract into balance. And one thing that works real good for that acid condition and is highly alkaline is chlorophyll. And chlorophyll is made from alfalfa. And alfalfa is also called the father of all. And the reason that it is called the father of all is that its roots grow deeper than any plant in the herb kingdom. It searches out all of the nutrients, all of the minerals, all of the trace minerals. It searches all of that out, and it uses it for food. And that process of it converting from that inorganic minerals in the soil to its food, that process that takes place with that is called chelation. And then when we eat the plant, we eat it, it converts it to its food. So it puts it into a form that's very easy for us to digest and to assimilate. Chlorophyll brings up the pH also very quickly in the body, and like I said, that is made from alfalfa. So alfalfa tea is also something that works as well. But concentrated alfalfa capsules can be found at my website, and they work very well for people who are on restricted amount of fluids, restricted amounts of food because of the degenerative condition that they're in. So the chlorophyll caplets are something that work very well to help to bring the body into a 7.0 to 7.5 pH balance. And it's by bringing in that higher amount of the concentration of the alfalfa. The with digestion, I want to go back. To some of the symptoms that we find in the biological terrain when it's out of balance, and it's very easy because there's different systems of the body that we notice a difference in what is going on in the body. And when the body is in a degenerative state, oh my goodness, we're going to have to be going to commercial again. So when we do come back from commercial, we will go through these different tissue terrain areas, and we'll go through the 6 different. These are 6 different problems that in systems that are going on in the body, and we'll go through those, and I'll help you to identify those, and we'll go through some more digestive aids that are needed to help bring the whole digestive and elimination system into balance, because it is from there that everything is needed in order to rebuild and strengthen the body and overcome the health challenges that you're dealing with. With that, this is Kim Matteo, Naturopath. You're listening to Kingdom of Healing, and you're listening to 710 Radio, Moth 22.9, Denver, Colorado.
I just graduated from Cannabis University.
Ooh, a university man.
I learned all about the law.
Oh, you bad boy.
And I learned how to grow my own medicine all in one day.
All day.
I learned other things too.
Cannabis University, teach me.
Call 303-886-7998 or go to CannabisUniversityInc.com.
Credit card. You got too far this time, but I'm dancing on the Valentine. I tell you, somebody's fooling around with my chances on the danger line. I'll cross that bridge when I find it. Another day to make my stand. Oh,
We both lie silently still in the dead of the night. Although we both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside. Was it something I said or something I did? Did my words not come out right? Though I tried not to hurt you, though I tried, but I guess that's why they say every rose has its thorn. Just like every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Yeah, it does. I listen to a favorite song playing on the radio, where the DJ said love's a game of easy come and easy go. But I wonder, does he know, has he ever felt like this? And I know that you would be here right now if I could have let you know somehow. I guess every rose has its thorn. Just like every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Though it's been a while now, I can still feel so much pain. Like the knife that cuts you, the wound heals, but the scar, that scar remains. I know I could have saved the love that night if I'd known what to say. Instead of making love, we both made us separate ways. And now I hear you found somebody new, and that I never meant that much to you. To hear that tears me up inside, and to see you cuts me like a knife. I guess every rose has its thorn. Just like every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn.
Hi, welcome back. This is Kimberly Matteo, traditional naturopath, naturopathic doctor. You're listening to 710 Radio, Moth 22.9, and this is the Kingdom of Healing program. And you can access the herbs that I talk about at kingdomofhealth.com. Kingdom of Healing, I'm sorry. kingdomofhealing.com. I had something going on in my other ear here. Okay, so kingdomofhealing.com. If you have any questions, you can send those over to my email at kingdomofhealing4you@yahoo.com. And that's kingdomofhealing4, that's the letter number 4, and the letter u.com. And I want to go back to, we've got about maybe about 15 more minutes here, 10, 15 minutes. And I want to finish this up, and then I'll have something else next Monday. But I want to get that finished up so that we can go to taking some calls. And the telephone number, I'm trying to see what I took the telephone number. We'll go back to that right before we're able to do that. I want to go back to this tissue terrain, and then we'll do some digestion things. There are 6 different specific problems, challenges that can develop, and they're all very noticeable. And this is when we are now in a chronic degenerative condition. And we find that the extremely, the general irritation state, the extremely hot state that the body is, there's a high increased metabolic rate, and the reason for that metabolic rate being elevated is due to the struggle. It's kind of like, it's last stand that it's going to take the organs, and an increased metabolic rate. Anything that is in an overactive state, it cannot stay in that overactive state very long before that organ and the tissue around it just literally burns out. So, we notice that in that general irritation state, the overactive hot state, that we have the increased metabolic rate, and the elevated body temperatures, like a low-grade fever, or when one has a high-grade fever. Inflammation. Inflammation is at the root of every problem. Everything started with an inflammation. That's heat, swelling, redness. It has a very acute, sharp pain. This is also an initial tissue reaction that happens due to injury or trauma, or just the tissue reaction due to the disease state. So hyperactivity, function of any organ or gland. So that is that overactive state. And the next state that it can go into, if they're not having these types of symptoms that are indicative of the irritation state, is the tissue depression state. And this is a cold state, and that's where they're always cold and they feel real clammy all the time. The skin is pale, maybe in the palms of the hands and the feet. It's kind of a deep red or a purple. You can get the red or purple, dark red or a purpley splotchiness throughout the body. They have they have chronic pain, but it has a dull feeling to it. Its feeling is dull, as the last one, the hot condition, was a sharp a sharp pain. So the hot condition is a sharp pain, and the cold condition, the depressed condition, is a dull, constant achiness that is how its chronic pain feels. The other thing is a tendency to fatigue. They need a lot of naps, fatigue, lethargy, lack of response to stimulation. They're just really not interested in anything. They'd rather just stay put and lay and not be bothered. So that's what happens when we get into that depression state. And the best thing to help to take care of that state with the lowered metabolic rate is the Garcinia combination. That has the Garcinia cambogia has been under a lot of recent research, and it helps to increase the metabolic rate in the body. Herbal trace minerals. The other thing that the Garcinia combination takes care of is when we're at this type of a condition, our emotional well-being is very affected, and for that, our God took care of our emotional needs as well. We have not only the herb kingdom, but we also have our flower kingdom. And the flowers, ever notice how you feel when you walk along a stream or a sidewalk path area where there's a lot of flowers, and really how your emotional frame of mind feels once you're done with that. And it is the essential, it's the fragrance, the essential oils that are present in those flowers that they have an effect on our emotional well-being. And we have Bach flower remedies, where these 36 different remedies have the ability to take care of all the different emotional issues, so that when we're really ill and when we're dealing with degenerative illness, we have the psychological part, the emotional part to deal with as well. So that's one thing that the Garcinia combination has a wonderful ability to do. It triggers the release of serotonin, and so that's the happy element, and it makes one feel good. And if you feel good, it's easier to get up and get moving, because the worst thing that we can do is sit down and just stop. You have to keep moving. And when you're dealing with chronic pain, it's very difficult to move. But when you're dealing with chronic pain, you've got to, like I've spent a lot of time here on the terrain, our foundation, that biological terrain, and we've got to get that into balance. And very, very shortly, I'm telling you, within a week to 2 weeks, I promise you, if you reach down inside you and get the strength and the stamina that you need to stay focused on this and get this accomplished and make this your job. It's your job to get well. You will see the benefits within a week to 2 weeks. You will, I promise you, if you stay focused on that. The next terrain problem that we can get into when we're very symptomatic and know that we're in trouble is the general stagnation area. This is when we have a lot of excessive fluids in the body. It would be very damp. We have excessive fluids in the tissue and insufficient mineral electrolytes to keep the fluids in motion. One of the best things to keep the cell in balance is dandelion. Dandelion keeps the sodium and the potassium in perfect balance. So dandelion is something that is one of those base herbs that is very good for all of these conditions. It's a high nutritive. The herbal trace mineral combination, which is kelp, which is a protein, has a lot of different minerals and trace minerals. And there's kelp alfalfa, the father of all, has all minerals and trace minerals. And then dandelion. So the herbal trace mineral is one really good supplement that if someone is really in a weakened, challenged condition, that is a very good baseline combination to get them started with the alfalfa, dandelion, and kelp, and that's the herbal trace mineral. A lot of nutrition there, a lot of healing and building. This excessive fluid condition responds very well to the herbal trace mineral as well. The other herbs that work very well for this is a combination called ALJ, and which helps to move these fluids out of the body, and it helps to dry them up as well as move them. And one of the herbs that is in that is fenugreek, and fenugreek is very, very good for taking care of excess fluid conditions in the tissue. Other symptoms with that is the tongue is usually real swollen, and the sides of the tongue always have like a scalloped look to it, and that's someone that has a very excessive fluid condition. They also have heavy mucus production. So fenugreek cuts that excess mucus condition. And we need to realize that in the food group, something that adds to this excessive amount of fluids and mucus is fried food, which all fried food has a pH scale down between 2 and 3. So it's very, very acidic. Dairy products are very mucus forming. So those are things that we need to, get out of the diet when we're dealing with that. Goat milk is very different than cow milk in that goat milk, the fat molecules are much smaller. So those are able to be absorbed and used, where cow milk is far more difficult for the human body to digest. The fat globules are so big that it really kind of was designed for a calf to gain 500 pounds a year, not a human. So goat milk is great. If you're needing a dairy, as goat milk. The cheese that's made from goat milk, farmers, feta, cheeses that crumble, they're cultured, so they have a higher enzyme content, and they aid their own digestion. It's kind of the same thing with fruits and vegetables in their raw state. They have all of their enzymes, so they are able to aid their own digestion. So they help in any condition where that digestive tract is not up to par and functioning the way that it should be. The next condition, the fourth condition of the 6 conditions, is that deficient, the atrophy, the baseline condition where there's an excess of inorganic minerals, that insufficient fluids, they are not able to be absorbed into the tissue. They're not able to at all. And it creates like a dry, rough, leathery skin. The nails become very brittle. The hair, the skin, the bones, they become very brittle. And when we get to the condition where the bones are in trouble, we're at that 5.5 category, again, with the pH. 5.5, remember 5.5 is where the enamel starts breaking down in the teeth. So if we break that down, then we're breaking down our bone tissue as well. We have come already to commercial time again. I can't believe it. So we're going to take a 20-minute break, and then I will finish up these last two, and then we will take some telephone calls. And so for right now, this is Kim Matteo, naturopathic doctor, and I am, my radio station here is Kingdom of Healing. Sorry about that. KingdomofHealing.com. And you're listening to 710 Radio, Moth 22.9, Denver, Colorado. And we'll be back in 20 minutes after this break.
I just graduated from Cannabis University.
Ooh, a university man.
I learned all about the law.
Oh, you bad boy.
And I learned how to grow my own medicine all in one day.
All day.
I learned other things too.
Cannabis University, teach me.
Call 303-886-7998 or go to CannabisUniversityInc.com.
Stars to fill my dreams.
side, she'll turn the music on you. You won't have to think twice. She's pure as New York snow. She got Betty Davis eyes. And she'll tease you, she'll unease you, all the better just to please you. She's precocious, and she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush. She got Greta Garbo, stand off side. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll let you take her home, whet's her appetite. She'll lay you on the throne. She got Betty Davis eyes. She'll take a tumble on you, roll you like you were dice, until you come out blue. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll expose you when she snows you, off your feet with the crumbs she throws you. She's ferocious, and she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush. All the boys think she's a spy. She's got Betty Davis eyes. And she'll tease you, she'll unease you, all the better just to please you. She's precocious, and she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush. All the boys think she's a spy. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll tease you, she'll unease you, just to please you. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll expose you when she snows you. She knows ya. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll tease you.
Hi, welcome back. This is Kim Matteo, and you're listening to Kingdom of Healing radio show. And you're listening to 710 Radio, Moth 22.9, Denver, Colorado. We're going to go back here to the last two conditions that develop when you have a condition in the body that your pH is too low, and a disease situation has developed, an imbalance to the point where things that you're exposed to have opportunity now. So the fifth condition is the tense condition, a spastic condition, when you're dealing with muscle cramping and spasms. A lot of times this is something with fibromyalgia, with chronic pain, MS. They deal with a lot of muscle cramping. The sharp stabbing or shooting pains that migrate from one location to another. The other thing is people that have the spastic condition and are real tense tend to be very high-strung. They're very nervous. So with that, there's a few things in the herb kingdom that work very well. And the first one on that one is valerian root. Valerian root was for years, isolated the properties from valerian root and built their chemical drugs around it and called it Valium. And we know with Valium that it's toxic. Too many of them and you'll die. Valerian root has this really strong, pungent smell to it, and it kind of smells like a locker room. So the only thing that happens if you eat too many valerian root is you just won't be smelling very well. Valerian is something that it's extremely high in magnesium, and magnesium is our relaxant mineral. So with it being extremely high property of valerian root, with it being an herb, it's food. It is a food, and it's very easy for the body to break it down and to take up the nutrients of that. It's also high in calcium, so it's categorized as a nervine herb, and nervine herbs feed and strengthen the nervous system. The other thing is a combination called anxiousless, and that is a patented product, nutraceutical, that 2 capsules of it, and within 20 minutes, you're extremely relaxed. No problems with anxiety. It's a wonderful product. It's fairly new, and it's really amazing. So those are 2 things that while you're working with the diet and water and getting your terrain up into 7.0 and 7.5, the foods that you're doing, these are additional things that you could do to add to the diet change and the fluid intake change. Normally, rule of thumb with ingesting fluids. And alkaline water, one thing about alkaline water is it's high antioxidant. It's not only high antioxidant, it creates a lot of very small oxygen molecules, and with it being so much smaller, it has the ability to penetrate the cell wall and to be absorbed. And this oxygen is what's needed to take care of the anaerobic condition that dysfunction, health challenges manifest and develop from that. So our foods must be our medicine first, our food. And it's just so much worth it to go ahead and eat organically. It's really not that much more expensive once you eliminate and figure out the things that you shouldn't be eating. Some other products that things that help to bring energy to someone who is dealing with a debilitating health challenge, and while they're working on bringing back that balance as quickly as possible as they can with the high alkaline foods. There is a Chinese combination, herbal combination, that's available that is specifically for the qi, for balancing the body's energy flow. It helps to create energy. If someone is extremely tired, the lethargic, the kind of not able to get moving around, they do best with a product called Trigger Immune, and that helps those who have a lot of fatigue to balance that energy, bring balance to the qi. There's also a Nature's Qi, which is specifically for balancing. And then someone who is very hyper agitated, have a real problem with calming down. The mood product, Mood Elevator, is best for that. For the people who are really hot, very hot, those who have heart palpitations and very hot, is a product called Nervous Fatigue. Helps to bring that into check and into balance very quickly. Stress relief is another combination for the people that have the fire type personalities, illnesses, the overactive illnesses, the fire, nervous fatigue, and then the ones that feel very stressful, lots of anxiety, need the stress relief. So those are a few good products. The telephone number to phone in, we could take some telephone calls. If you'd like to call in, if you have any questions, you could call in to 626-709-6637. And that number again is 626-709-6637. 6637. Thank you. 6637. And that number again is 626-709-6637. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. So if there's anyone out there that'd like to call in, please do. And hopefully I can answer your question. Let's go on to the digestive system. It would be the next in order. Once you're working on balancing, the biological train, once you're getting down pat with what you need to do to get the foundation going on that, and then the next thing with assessing kind of that 1 through 6 different types of symptoms that I went through that help to direct what you would need to also get you feeling as well as you can, as quickly as possible. The digestive system is the next system that I'd like to talk with you about. And we know that one of the top sellers these days are things that are for antacids, for stomachs that are overactive and have overacid. The sour stomach, the acid stomach, the sharp pains in the stomach, the tongue tends to be bright red. You have discomfort or pains from stimulants, spicy food, like you can't eat cayenne pepper. It's really sad because cayenne pepper has the ability to cauterize, and when there is a stomach ulcer, and that is raw and it needs seared and cauterized, cayenne will do that. And it's extremely high in vitamin C, and it helps with the healing process of the ulcer. So it's really too bad that someone's not able to take this. Cayenne pepper is very good for circulation. It gets the blood moving. So we've got digestion, with the acid burning and the sharp pains in the stomach, discomfort and pain, can't handle spicy food, very hearty appetite, high thirst. So to bring those into balance, one herb that works really well is catnip, and singly that can be purchased, and one twice a day helps with the ability to balance that acid that's in the stomach. The other thing that helps with that very quickly is the chlorophyll, whether it be liquid chlorophyll or the capsulated chlorophyll. The other thing that works really well is a product called Stomach Comfort, which helps to neutralize the stomach acid quickly. Food enzymes. Food enzymes are a product that is a multiple enzyme. Each tablet will digest 30 grams of carbohydrates, 30 grams of protein, and 20 grams of fat. Each tablet. It's called food enzymes. Helps with a lot of different digestive problems. You might think if you have an acid condition, why would you want to take an enzyme? If you have an acid condition, what's happening is that acid condition is developed because the stomach acids have not flowed properly, and at a body temperature of 98.6, you have food that is decomposing in the stomach, which creates acid. A way to neutralize that is the chlorophyll, is to have enzymes in the stomach so that you bring the hydrochloric acid level up so that it is able to digest what it needs to, predominantly proteins. And once it is able to digest that, you don't end up with the stomach problems. The next thing, the first one there was the hot condition, irritation in the digestive tract. Another single herb, a single plant that takes care of the irritation throughout the digestive tract is slippery elm. It's actually a bark of a tree. Extremely high in nutrition. It's high mucilagenic, meaning that it's very soft, it's soothing, it takes care of irritations. It's also, as I said, extremely high in nutrition, so it helps to soothe and to heal. The next condition, the cold condition, when you've all heard someone who say, they've said that they don't eat meat. They will not eat meat because it feels so heavy, like it sits in their stomach. This is a digestive tract that's very depressed, a depression with the digestive tract. It's underactive. It is underactive. So the other symptoms is acid burning with dull pain. Happens about half an hour to an hour after you're eating. You'll immediately feel dull and drowsy after eating. Tooth decay and gum disease. So this is something that when the stomach is still in this condition, you're at a pH of 5.5. So in order to take care of strengthening and balancing the stomach quickly, peppermint oil works really well. Peppermint is a tonic for the digestive tract as well as for the central nervous system. And it helps to relax and also to feed the central nervous system. Peppermint takes care of spasming as well. So essential peppermint oil, a drop or two in about 8 ounces of alkaline water is a nice way to just kind of sip at that and keep the digestive tract very calmed down and very balanced. The other thing that can be used is spleen activator is something, is a product that helps when this condition of this extremely heavy stomach. Food enzyme, again, is another all-around able to help with bringing in all the enzymes that are needed to aid digestion. It has the amylase and the proline, lactase, lipase, and pancreatic enzymes, biles, ox bile. All of those things are combined into food enzymes. So you'd have to take one particular thing instead of numerous. The next condition that you deal with the digestive tract in a weakened condition is the damp state, the stagnation state. Very heavy feeling in the stomach. The problem with this one, though, is that heavy feeling, it seems to last for hours. You have a tendency to feel nausea. Tongue feels swollen. Bad taste in your mouth. Abdominal pressure. Heavy mucus production going on. The best thing, again, for that is food enzymes. The other thing that works very, very well is a Chinese anti-gas formula. And the liquid digestive bitters is something that helps to bring everything into balance very quickly for the digestive tract. food enzymes are extremely important. Most conditions, we're lacking enzymes. Enzymes are the catalysts. Enzymes are what trigger the ability to be able to absorb nutrients. All nutrients will be absorbed and handled in the system due to enzymes. So, extremely important. So, food enzymes are something that just about anybody over the age of 25 anymore, considering the diet that's been going on for the last 30 years, anybody about 25 and older, it would do them good to eat a digestive aid, a couple times a day, if not once before half hour or so before they eat a meal, and digest and assimilate much better. The next condition is the deficient condition, atrophy. It's when things are just not functioning well. The poor protein and fat digestion. You're craving carbohydrates all the time. The people who eat lots of bread can't quit eating munchies, the Oreo cookies, the candy, the cakes, everything like that. Rice Krispie treats. What ends up happening is they're craving carbohydrates. They tend to be very thin, unable to gain weight, pale, anemic looking. Hands and feet are always cold. They tend to be nervous and fearful. When you have a constant dry mouth, and the tongue feels very dry rarely does the tongue feel dry. When the tongue feels very dry, that is a deficiency problem, a dry, deficient atrophy condition that is developing within the digestive tract. Oh my goodness, okay, we're almost done here. Oh my goodness, relaxed. Okay, let's go. Spastic, where was I at here? No, I've really lost it here. The dry. Okay, things that work really well for that. Aloe vera gel is excellent. Food enzymes, of course. Spastic, tense digestive tract. Problem swallowing, lump in the throat, general weakness, get a lot of diseases, a lot of illnesses. You're very bloated, lots of pain. One thing that works very good for that is there is a product called CLTX. Soothes that, takes care of it. Food enzymes works as well. The relaxed condition, digestive condition, very common in children. Nausea and vomiting, heavy, full feeling in the body, tendency for loose stools, feeling full even with not eating very much for dinner. HCP-X works very good for that. Blackberry root works well. The digestive bitters work very well. That we're coming to a close on the show, and I will see you again next Monday. KingdomofHealth.com for any of the herbs I've talked about. Kingdom of Health for you at Yahoo.com. If you have any questions, look forward to talking with you again on Monday next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.